Alrighty, we're off and running. Alrighty, here we go. Looks like Madu got a late start there, but he'll be okay. Took a hit off of one of the robots, got a health refill to get full health, which is just a little bit slow. So Luis comes into this first cutscene here a couple seconds ahead. So when our players get 0, they're going to charge up all the way to green before getting to the Mac fight. And what they're going to do, they're going to shoot one charge shot into him and then finish him off with the saber. Luis gets the gap jump. So does Madu. You'll be seeing both of these players will be using just about all the fastest strats that they can at their disposal. So execution is going to be key from both of these players throughout this match. Ooh, it looks like Luis shot a little early to shoot down X. That allows Madu to make up just a teeny bit of time coming into the Mo fight. Luis gets left wall climb, so does Madu. Okay, they're both holding charge once X moves to the middle. That's very important because for one frame that he starts walking, if you're not holding the charge, you actually lose it. Ooh, Luis gets hit at the start of the fight. So does Madu. So they're going to be shooting charge shots constantly while trying to avoid getting hit a second time. Looks like Madu got hit just before finishing off Mo. So it looks like Luis is going to have a couple second lead starting the 8 Mavericks section of the game. Okay, 0 did not teleport into the hole. That saves you some frames. Same thing on Madu's side. Just very minor thing, but I don't know. This race could be decided by frames. You never know. So both players starting with Buffalo to get the air dash boots and probably one of the top 2 weapons in this game, other than the Z-Saber. Ooh, Madu touches the ground and loses his ice speed. That's unfortunate. Looks like Luis got through pretty cleanly. Luis gets the first gap jump. Ooh, misses a wall kick. Looks like they both get the last gap jump. They both are using slightly different methods to get up there, but they make it nonetheless. Luis will get to the capsule at 354. That's about average. Madu makes it there about 3 seconds later. They'll be buffering the dash coming out of this capsule to get first frame dash, which is a neat thing. When they come out of capsules, they can actually get a first frame dash. Also, during the intro, when they got control of 0, they could also do a first frame dash just by buffering the dash input. For the Buffalo fight, they both use the CFO method, I'm pretty sure. I know Luis does. I'm pretty sure Madu does. Yep, they're both doing the CFO strat. This is the faster version of the Buffalo fight, which saves you about 2.5 seconds if performed optimally. So as you see, they're shooting the charge shot, dashing away, and then they're walking back forward with a lemon shot, and then they're going to air dash in the air. that keeps X in the air long enough so that Buffalo will actually see that he's in the air, and that forces him to go into the wall like that, and you can just loop him. They have to do an air dash about after 3 iterations of that, so that Buffalo and X's cycles will still be aligned. If you don't do this up dash, he'll actually move out of the corner, and that can mess up the fight a little bit. And they both go Seahorse second, so we won't see a Bit and Seahorse scenario after the first two Mavericks are defeated. As you see, they're not shooting at all during that first section with the Victoroids, because if you fire a shot, it actually makes them jump, and then they'll just block your path. So it's very key that our runners do the climb very accurately and they don't fall down. Both of them do this very well. Good job on both of them. They're staying really close to each other, about within 2 seconds. I expect this to go on at least till we get to the RNG bosses, Neon Tiger and Volt Catfish. And then we might see a lead open up. But it's still too early to tell. What they do there, they touch the wall so they get their ability to dash again, and they're going to air dash as close to the ceiling right there as possible. And then they can actually kind of fall into the little hole that leads to the bottom route to get to this mini-boss fight. Both the players using a little different strat. Luis actually opting not to do the deboost method. That actually does a little bit faster because you don't take the knockback, which prevents you from firing. And also gives you that 2 extra HP, which may not matter, but it's always something to think about. Looks like Madu's 2 seconds behind still. The final climb in this stage. Ooh, Madu has a little bit of trouble, and that little shot from the Caterkiller there is gonna make him have to wait. And once again, they touch the wall there to get the air dash back to kill that last head gunner. Unfortunately, Madu dashed a little too soon, so he wasn't able to get the buster shot square on him, and he ended up taking a lot of damage from that head gunner. Luis 2 cycles Seahorse, which is the fastest possible fight you can get. Madu's opting for the 3 cycle. Still good fights. So big thing in X3 is contact damage. A lot of enemies deal at least 4 to 6 damage on contact. So if you're not very good at weaving around enemies, weaving around platforms, walls, you may find yourself dying quite a lot. So during this cutscene, we're going to have the introduction to Bit, Bite, and the return of Val from X1. Bit will be appearing in one of the next 3 stages in one of the random Bit Bite rooms. Bite will appear in one of the last 3 Maverick stages, and then Val actually has a secret stage that you enter via his capsule, which is only found in, at this point, either Volt Catfish or Crushed Crawfish. But we'll talk about that later. So the next stage that they both enter is the Tunnel Rhino stage. So they're following weakness order now. At least for this stage. This is a very crucial stage to where you want to get through without taking damage and not getting hung up on any platforms or walls. Ooh, they both got hit by the same wall cancer. That's a little unusual. Usually you see Luis taking that one out. Okay, Luis gets bit in this stage. Madu does not. So even though it appears that Madu's further along, we will not know who's ahead until Madu fights Bit also. But like I said, Bit will appear randomly in one of the next 3 stages, and you don't know which stage until it actually happens. But if you finish Rhino and Tiger and Bit does not show up, he's guaranteed to appear in Catfish. Madu kills the Hell Crusher. I think he takes a 2 bonk fight, which is really good. Might see Luis get away with a 1 bonk here. Ooh, a 2 bonk. Also a 2 bonk. Madu gets good RNG from that wild tank. Shooting the cannonball, that allows him to actually dash through it. Oh boy, and he gets up to the top there. Very good. Ooh, Luis has 3 HP. He needs to be very careful. Ooh, wow. Oh, it almost got up all to the end there without a movement mistake. Okay. Luis still has to be careful during the Rhino fight. If he touches Rhino by accident, he will die. But as seasoned of a player Luis is, I don't anticipate him dying to Rhino. Oh man, that strat is so aggressive. I have a hard time figuring that out. Oh boy. Okay, Rhino was faking out Luis there. But Luis stuck to the wall out of his reach, so he was okay. Now Madu's making his way through the first half of Neon Tiger. Air dashes up through that Dragonfly. X's hitbox is actually pretty slender during the up dash animation, so he's able to zip through that without getting hung up. And unfortunately, he had a little trouble getting through the drill wings there. Fortunately, he was able to not spawn the third one. And Madu gets the 1 cycle on the Worm Seeker. Luis gets through those 2 drill wings there with the Buster. Luis also gets the 1 cycle. Now you're going to see the drills being used here. The drills actually disable the enemy's hitboxes, which allows you enough time to actually dash through them without taking damage. It's better than just jumping up normally and then air dashing across overhead. So Madu does not get bit in Tiger, so he's going to show up in Catfish. So now we have to see what kind of RNG Tiger decides to do. Once Tiger reaches his Desperation HP, he can start going invincible and just charging across the bottom of the screen. If he does that, that's going to cost a few seconds per time that he charges. And then during Neon Tiger's attack, you're going to fire a charge shot into him and keep matching with Buster. And then every time Tiger does an attack, he has an iframe reset. So you're going to see his HP go down by 2 really quickly, 1 by 1. And then during the attack, they're going to shoot a Buster charge. And if Tiger goes to the wall, you just have to just shoot Buster charges on the wall. Looks like Madu got very, very unfortunate luck. I think he got like 3 or 4 charges. And each charge takes about 3 or 4 seconds. Looks like Luis is getting about the same thing. Okay, he was able to kill Tiger again before he went invincible again. Sometimes you can get 2 quick hits during the Desperation phase, but it's very, very quick mashing to pull that off. Both of our runners are from Brazil, so one of them will be in the finals, and one of them will have to play for 3rd place. Yeah, out of the 4 semi-finalists, 3 are from Brazil. So you see, Catfish is another tricky stage. A lot of climbing. They're using the drills to disable those hitboxes. And not only that, it also slows down their attack. So they actually kind of freeze for a minute before their animation moves on again, and then they get froze again by the drill. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so Madu here has to fight Bit. So we're going to see Luis pull ahead now because he's already fought him. Looks like Madu's getting a good fight right here. Yep, very good fight. So it looks like Luis is going to be ahead by maybe, I want to say, 13 seconds. Maybe more than that. Luis is almost to the Catfish door by the time Madu starts the second half of the stage. So for the Catfish fight, you're going to see him hit Catfish with nothing but the full Buster Charge for 2 damage. And then once Catfish is under 16 HP, he's going to go to the middle and do his Desperation attack. But hopefully if Catfish gives some good RNG here, and if he keeps jumping after he goes into... See, with Luis, he's getting good luck right here. Oh, but he didn't get to try it at the end. That's unfortunate. But he does get away with 3 drills, which is pretty good. Madu, unfortunately, has to take a lot of drills. Looks like Madu's going to have a 6 drill fight. So every drill beyond the first one costs you about 3 extra seconds. So the iframes that Catfish gets when he's hit with a drill is really, really long. I didn't get a look at the times, but it looks like at least 15 seconds. Okay, Luis hits the Crawfish Bit Bite door at 1732. Does not get Bite to appear, so he's going to go right to the Vile's secret stage. $17.50, so we have about an 18-second differential right now. Okay, so Bite does not appear in this stage for either racer. For the secret stage here, Luis had a little trouble with that overhang. With the rocks falling, it just makes it that much more complicated. The debris that falls as you climb is RNG, so as you go from side to side, you could have a debris fall right on your head and just knocks you down. It's very, very aggravating, especially when you're trying to go for a PB, especially as good of a times as these two players have. Like, that alone can just ruin a run. So for the Vile fight, for the first phase, you're going to see them fire 4 full charge shots. And then for the rest of Phase 1 and for the entire Phase 2, they're going to use the Ray Splasher. But at the end of Phase 2, the final shot that kills the second phase has to be with the Ray Splasher. And this is to get the variation of the Doppler 2 stage that will allow them to get the Z-Saber to finish the end game a lot faster. Luis succeeds. We'll have Madu getting there in just a second. And the patterns are the same. Like, Vile always does the same thing. So the AI is kind of like simplistic. So as long as you know what the AI is, and as long as you're not in the way, you should be fine. Ooh, Luis did the drill through the chicken there. He's gonna try to go for the rock. That ruined the 29 exit. Madu has a chance for it. And they're using the Triad Thunder as their climb to shield themselves from any debris that would fall directly on them. Oh, Madu got the 29. Nice. Using the drill right there at that start of the escape is really the key to the 29. You really got to shave off every pixel of movement that you can. So for the crawfish fight, they're going to hit crawfish with the triad. And then what Luis does, he jumps to bait crawfish to shoot the claw upwards. And then as soon as the electrodes leave the screen, he can swap to Buster and mash out with the X-Buster. Because the Triad Thunder gives crawfish about 2 seconds of where he has no iframes. So you can just shoot him with the Buster and it completely drains his health. So for the Gravity Beetle stage, it's a very, very long stage, but it's very, very simple. Okay, Bite shows up in this stage for Luis. Luis is placing drills at specific spots to constantly hit Bite. And then the aim is to have the last drill leave Bite with 1 HP, but unfortunately Luis has to pause to prevent the drill from killing Bite. If the last hit on the Bit or Bite fight is with their weakness, they're going to explode, and that loses about 15 seconds. Madu did not get the Bite fight in this stage, so Madu looks like he's ahead, but he really isn't. We won't know until Madu fights Bite before we know who's ahead. Ooh. Nice up dash and a blaster shot by Madu to get the last purple guy and not get damaged. Luis bonks on that ledge just before the door. The beetle fight is very, very simple. They're just gonna fire the Buster Charge, and then 10 hits with their weakness weapon will take them out. I wonder if we're going to see the low percent climb. I would imagine so. So here at the very start of this stage, they're going to... Okay, Madu is going with the up dash. That's probably the safe method, just so he gets out of there. Madu is ahead because Luis fought Bite in the Gravity Beetle stage where he did not. So it appears that Madu is ahead, but he still has to fight Bite. So they will even up here in just a moment. But Luis was ahead by, I think, 15 seconds after Catfish. Both players take out the shuriken with the acid, no problems. So, right here, Madu has to fight Bite. Luis has already fought him, so he's just going to go right through this room that he's about to come up on. If Madu can get the no-pause Bite, that will save him a few seconds. Oh, he almost had it. Darn. He's going to have to pause also. And Madu also got caught by Bite, so if you get in his clutches, he gets tossed around. So X takes, like, I think 6 damage. So Luis has a pretty good HP for the Hornet fight. Madu has to be very, very careful because he can die pretty easily if he's not careful. So normally the Blast Hornet weakness is Gravity Well, but they're using the Spinning Blade, and that's because you can deal damage a lot faster using the Spinning Blade. Even though it's only 2 damage per hit, it takes forever for the Gravity Well to come out, deal its damage, and then return to X. So it's very, very quick to deal the damage this way. The only thing you have to watch out for is the attack orientation of those blades. They come out 2 at a time, but then after they go a short distance, they actually move up and down, as you see, and they go behind X. So if you shoot a blade and it misses, you can't shoot another one until they're both off screen, or they've hit something and they break. So Luis starts the Doppler stages at 27:38. Oh, Luis misses the acid gap shot. .28 flat to start Doppler for Madu, so he's about 30. I want to say almost 20 some seconds behind. Interesting strat there from Luis. The aim there is to kill the D-Rex 2000 when X is already on the far right side of the room, so he has less distance to walk when the cutscene begins. Oh, Madu went for it, but couldn't get over, because what's really risky about that strat is that you actually have to deboost to go over Rex 2000, and that's 8 damage, so you can only damage boost once, and if you don't get over him, you're kind of stuck. And what's even worse, the God Car Machine fight here, if you deal, or if you take damage from contact, it's from the blades or the body, it's 8 damage. But if you get grabbed, you're dead, period. Since neither of these racers have a sub-tank or enough heart tanks to take all the damage. So Luis successfully negotiates the God Car Machine fight. Madu actually has enough HP that he can take a hit from a sword or a body contact, but he still cannot get grabbed. Ooh, that's a nice death pose on Madu's side. That's a very hard one to get with the sword in mid-swipe. Luiz makes it over the first half, at least the critical half of Doppler 2, no problems. It's a very, very difficult section. As you see, Luiz has already swapped to Zero, so that Zero can prepare a one full charge shot and a saber to kill the Mosquitoes fight. Ooh, wow. That's another interesting strat. Luiz kills the Mosquitoes in midair. A lot of new strats I've been seeing, so they must have been in the lab for a while. That's kind of risky though, because if you're not careful, you can press the shot button to throw the saber, and you won't get the saber. You can get saber canceled out of it. Luiz gets hit on that helmet. He still has HP to do the LA skip here. Ooh, something happened. I think he's probably getting some extra HP. I'm not sure what happened on Luiz's side. This is allowing Madu a chance to catch up. Oh, no! Come on, Luiz, get up. Oh, no. Luiz, unfortunately, fell at the very top. This allows Madu to get ahead. Oh my. Okay, Madu is taking a significant lead at this point. Wow, those helmets can just get in the way. Man. I'm not sure if our racers are watching each other's streams. I'm not sure. I imagine they are probably watching, so they probably know what's going on. But it's very strange. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what happened there at the start of the Ellie skip for Luiz. I don't know if one of his jump inputs got 8 and he had to back away or something. That could have been it. It's hard to keep up with two streams at once. But moving on to the Saber Rush, now they got this Saber. As you see, 2 Saber swipes is going to kill all these bosses in the refights, with the exception of the Seahorse and the Crawfish quick kills. They can actually do a 1 Saber kill. Yeah, the Ellie skip is kind of difficult when you first learn it, but once you've done it enough, it's kind of simple. But even seasoned players can still mess up every once in a while. There's a lot of mechanics that go into that Ellie skip and how it works. Potentially in the next race, I'll talk about that Ellie skip and how it's done and what mechanics are used to allow you to do it. As you see, Luiz is killing Catfish by facing away from him and pulling the saber from behind the back. The saber has a hitbox as soon as he pulls it out, so the saber can actually hit Catfish before the saber comes completely forward. And it's just to save frames. But for the rush, for the most part, it's very, very basic. As long as both our players do the fights the same way, we should still have a lead from Madu going into the final Sigma fights for this first match. Okay, we did not get an Angry Beetle on Madu's side, so That's crucial, because if Beetle goes angry, he can eat up about 3 or 4 seconds per charge, and he can do it twice if he does it the first time. Ooh. Nice kill from Luis for Tiger. Now, Buffalo's Desperation attack, the Ice Beam, can actually go off at 16 health, so as long as you do the manipulation like you do during the first fight to get him to go into the wall, this kill should be kind of easy. Luis is doing the Crawfish quick kill on his side. You'll see that he'll just use one Saber Swipe, and then he's dead. The Saber cannot be fired until any and all charge shots preceding it are off the screen. So you see there, Madu is shooting the charge into the wall, and then he just sabers at the appropriate time there. That attack pattern from Rhino doesn't come up very often, so you just have to be ready for it. Rhino will go in front of those drills, so you just have to stand there and wait at the right time. Madu gets the identical tiger fight that Luis had. Ooh, Luis misses a saber there. The fortunate thing about 80% is that that saber that you get in Doppler 2 replaces your highest level charge that you currently have. So in 80%, your highest level charge is just a single full charge Buster Shot. If this were Hundo, he would actually, if he charges up to a saber, normally you would have to charge all the way to the red charge and then fire your shots and then throw the saber. If that saber missed, he would have had to charge all the way back up to the red charge. But fortunately, you don't have the Buster upgrade, so that cuts out all that extra charge time. And as I say that, Madu gets the Doppler quick kill. So, if Madu executes the Sigma fight and he doesn't get any bad RNG from Kaiser, this first match should go to Madu. But still not over. My dude tries to go for the saber gap jump there. Luis does get the saber gap jump. Oh no. Okay, my dude just took a hit from Captain America, so he cannot take another hit. So if my dude gets bad RNG, he may end up dying, and there's nothing he can do about it. Okay, we're gonna have to. Here's the moment of truth for Madu if he gets this first game. Oh no, I was afraid of that. Oh man. Looks like Luis will take game one. Wow, he barely got it. Okay, Luis barely got that. His iframes were running out very, very quickly. But he got it. Man. GG. Now, for those that don't know, the colors of the Brazilian flag are the same colors that you see with the acid burst. So you're going to see that a lot from our Brazilian runners. Kind of their national pride thing. Man, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for my dude. He had that race, like, oh. Oh no! My dude takes another death. Oh. The unfortunate thing there, the missiles, like, all four of them came out, but then the mine blocked his only exit. Like, his only path to get away from the missiles, the mine cut him off. That's sad. So that's what I was talking about. It. You can get bad RNG at the very end of this run, and you could die, and there's just nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, Luis takes game one with a time of 40-40. Oh, we got an invisible saber. What the heck? Yeah, my dude got an invisible saber there. That second saber that was going to kill Kaiser actually was an invisible saber. There's some dumb mechanic to that happens. I think maybe if you saber cancel to a weapon, like the first frame that you touch the ground or something, and I think the next saber you throw, you actually get an invisible saber. I think the Energy Zam told me that. It's very dumb because when you need the saber to kill and it doesn't, then you're throwing the controller at the TV or something. Madu finishes with a 42-56, but he has to check that off because we have at least one more race. Remember, the first to two wins the match. So Luis was ahead for most of the race, and then Luis got hung up on the elevator skip in Doppler 2. Luis actually had to attempt it, I think, 2 or 3 times, but on the one attempt that he almost got up to the top, he fell all the way down and had to go back up. And my dude got it first try and was able to take a lead, but that lead was gone once he died to Kaiser Sigma. If my dude took that first game, I would have said we're gonna have a game 3 because, oh man, it would have been a good one. But it's still not over. I mean, this game may be straightforward, as in, you know, you go through all the stages, you get what you need, you beat all the bosses quickly. It may be that simple, but as you've seen there, you can get to the very end and things can happen. I don't know, Joe. You might want to keep your copy of X3, especially if it's a US copy. Those things fetch for quite a penny nowadays. For those just tuning in, you're watching the Mega Man X3 80% tournament on Speed Gaming 2, twitch.tv/speedgaming2. I'm just incredible on commentary. And you're watching the first of the 2 semifinal matches. This match between LuizMiguel and Madu1311. Luis is ahead 1-0 in the race to 2 wins. Madu was ahead at the end of the first match, but an unfortunate hit on Captain America Sigma led to his death on Kaiser Sigma, and Luis was able to take the win. And looks like our racers have readied up, or they've joined the race channel again. They're getting ready to race their second match. I think Madu needed a short break to shake off that unfortunate death. That I'm sure kind of got to him a little bit. All right, both our racers have readied up. Fiesel has let them go, and we'll be starting the second game here in just a second. All right, we're off and running, and here in about 30 seconds, they'll be moving. And the one thing you notice that these racers didn't do a quick practice beforehand, so they're just going right into this second game. So whatever adjustments they have to make, they need to they have to get them on the fly. Looks like they both come into the cutscene at 49, so that's a good sign. The world record for Mega Man X3 80% is held by LuizMiguel on the right or the left-hand side of your screen with a time of 39 minutes and 39 seconds. And Luis has the best race time in this tournament with a 40:04. Looks like Madu is just a second behind going into this Mo fight. Looks like both our players are getting about the same Mo fight. Oh, Madu loses his charge when he gets hit by that fist. That's going to cost him a little bit. Yeah, that's another unfortunate thing about this game. If you get not in that knockback animation and you let go of your charge, you lose it. Luis is actually proficient in the first 6 Mega Man X games. He does run all six up from X1 to X6. So he's very, very proficient. So we're just seeing basic movement right now. That's basically the only thing that matters. Just dashing, climbing, gap jumps. So it looks like they're one screen transition apart going into the Buffalo fight. So they both did the CFO Buffalo strat perfectly, I think, in the last race. I don't expect that to change. Ooh, Luis gets the ice beam. That's going to cost him 4 seconds. That's going to allow Madu to catch up. Oh boy. And that's the thing, if you get this this synchronization with the AI out of place, that's what can happen. That ice beam could come out and Buffalo can just run across the room and things get a little bit dicey. As you see, Luis is now behind just by a teeny bit. So at this point, it's going to be an execution game for a little bit. Nice. It takes 2 dash shots to take out that purple guy there in the corner that you saw. You can use a charge shot, but charge shots tend to lag just a teeny bit. I mean, you can still use the charge shot if you want, but dash shots is usually the preferred method. So you can see here, unfortunately, Madu did not get in the gap completely, so he had to dash into it. Not a big deal. So both racers still doing the same method that they killed Haruka before. That's the name of the mini-boss here. We may see Luis catch up if he gets the 2-cycle on Seahorse. Provided that both of the players do the climb here and does not falter. Nice. Both players do get the ladder gap. That ladder gap there is actually tricky. It's actually not that easy to get. Wow, Luis makes it to the door without touching the ground after letting go of that ladder. That requires like almost a instant dash as soon as you clear the ceiling. Ooh. Luis ran out of ice and had to resort to the Buster Charge. So even though that happened, Madu was able to still get a fast enough kill that he's still in the lead, just by a little bit, going into the cutscene here. Looks like about a second and a half is the lead. So just like I said before, Luis took game 1, but only because Madu died on Captain America or Kaiser Sigma. So Madu really needs this second game, but still a long way to go. We still have about 30 minutes of game left. They're using the Japanese version because it has about 25 seconds less text than the US version. That is the only reason. There are no gameplay differences between US or Japanese. Ooh, Luis got hung up there. That's going to give Madu a little bit more of a lead. And they both get bit in this stage. Okay, so there's not going to be a point to where we won't know who's ahead or behind. Since they both got bit in this stage, we will know who's ahead at least through the catfish stage. Oh wow! I don't know what happened on Madu's side. It looks like he opted to go off of the ice, and that allowed Luis to catch up. They are basically tied. Oh, I think Madu was concerned about health. He made a pit stop there to get a little bit of health. That may have been a good call. An interesting thing about this stage, if you die after the midpoint, Tunnel Rhino actually gets a more aggressive AI script when you fight him. So you really don't want to die after the midpoint, if you can help it. As you see the life difference, Luis has plenty of health, but Madu is really, really low. He's hoping to get a health drop here. We don't need an extra life. We need health. Oh no, big weapon. Okay, Madu is able to use the ice properties there to guarantee a health drop. He got an RNG drop from that wall cancer there. So, okay, Madu got enough health that he should be in good shape now. The ice actually guarantees a health drop if you kill an enemy that's touching the ground or the ceiling with it. Whether it's a big refill or a small refill is random, but you do guarantee some health. At this point, Madu is just trying to stay with Luis as much as possible. He does not want to get too far behind, otherwise he's not going to be able to catch up. .1146 teleport for Luis. Madu is going to have a 52, so he's only 6 seconds behind. Tiger RNG can adjust this lead. Ooh, Luis misses the one cycle on the Wormseeker. If Madu can get this, yes, he gets it. He makes up 4 seconds. Very good. Madu needed that very badly. And he got it. So now the Tiger fight just has to go well, and everything will be even into Catfish. It's very important that these players do not touch the enemies here at the very end of Tiger. They deal 8 damage on contact, which is exactly what Kaiser Sigma deals, so they both got the drills out, and they're using the drill strat. That's to disable their hitboxes so they can actually dash through them. But if you time the drill wrong, or you dashed in front of the drill, and you could get hit, and that's bad. So you see both our players, they're just mashing the Buster. If you fire a charge shot at Tiger on the ground, as you see there on Madu's side, he blocked it. You only fire a charge shot while he is shooting the Ray Splasher or he's on the wall. Luis gets 1 charge. Now he got 2. Madu gets his first charge. Luis gets a 3rd. Madu gets a 2nd. Madu gets his 3rd. Oh, and he... Okay, good. Okay, 3 charges for both players, but Luis got a little bit longer lead, a little larger lead. Looks like 1440 teleport out, and then a 1446. So we're back to a 6-second deficit. So Catfish RNG could really swing things. Depends on how many drills both our players gets. You can see there, that drill strat on the left wall on that first climb is ridiculous. Requires a lot of precise jumps. Make sure that you don't hit your head on the ceiling, otherwise you're losing time. And also, those enemies, they actually suspends their animation, so eventually they will fire the missiles if they don't die to the drills. Okay, let's see what the door times are. Looks like Luis has a high 1607. I'm going to call it an 08. A 16, so we now have an 8-second lead for Luis coming into this Catfish fight. So they're going to try to hit Catfish with 8 full Buster charge shots to get him exactly 16. And then we want to see Catfish jump for as much as possible while they get him with damage. But once he crosses under half health, he's going to go into his desperation phase, and then they're forced to use the drills. Looks like Luis is going to have a 4 drill. Madu has a shot. No, he's not going to get enough drills. Madu looks like he's going to get a 6 drill. So this lead's going to widen for Luis going into the second half of the game. Yeah, if Catfish decides not to jump in the corner like that, that can really set you back. That's 1709 from Luis, and Madu looks like he's going to have a 1721. So we have about a 12-second differential, or 15. Something I can't remember what I said for Luis's side, but we're looking right about 13 seconds. But for the last 3 stages, it's mostly execution. There's no RNG. At least major RNG that would cost seconds. So it's all about execution for these next 3 stages. Ooh, he shot the last drill a little too soon. That's gonna force Luis to pause again. Okay, Madu did not get the bite fight in Crawfish, so it looks like Madu is ahead, but he's actually still behind. That's the thing about this game at times, like the randomness of the bit and bite appearances can throw people off on knowing if they're ahead or behind. Madu's having a little trouble getting the Val fight going. Okay, Madu successfully kills Val. Luis will be doing the same here in just about 10 seconds. A really weird property with the Ray Splasher is that if you get damaged during the Ray Splasher salvo, it actually knocks X out of that shooting animation and the Ray Splasher actually stops. So if you don't deal damage with that Ray Splasher shot, you actually lose it, and then you actually have to go with Buster to deal extra damage before you go back to Ray Splasher, because you have to kill Val with that Ray Splasher. Luis picks up that health. I know he didn't want to. But the thing about the Tri-Thunder tends to make enemies drop HP. It's not a guarantee like the Frost Shield, but if you kill specific enemies, they tend to drop HP with it. So you see there, Luis got a lot of HP off of Crawfish during that 2-second period where he has no iframes because of the Triad Thunder. So a 2 cycle is like really easy for these players. Their mashing is just ridiculous. As you see in this Gravity Beetle stage, that spinning blade is a very powerful weapon now that you have it. Okay, Madu is going to fight Bite here, so once Madu finishes off the Bite fight, we will see how far ahead Luis is. Madu gets the no-pause bite fight, so that's going to save him a couple of seconds. Madu needs all the time saves that he can get. Ooh, he just gave back that time he just saved. That's unfortunate. This climb here on Luiz's side is very tricky with the head gunners. He's using the spinning blades there to block the missiles from actually hitting him out of the air. So he's using those blades for defense. He's not really wanting to kill those head gunners. He's just wanting to prevent the missile that they shoot from knocking him out of the air like that. Ooh. Almost got through that last enemy before the door. So, just like I said in the previous game, just shoot Beetle with the Buster Charge shot, and then 10 hits with the weakness. Very, very simple fight. So 24-12 on Luiz's side for the Beetle kill. $26 for Madu, so we have a 14-second deficit. Wow, Luiz gets the low percent climb. Wow, that's really gonna put him even further ahead. If Madu is resorting to the updash, as you see how much slower it is, but it just makes the climb that much safer. Yeah, when Luiz is on his game, like, there's no stopping him. Like, there's just no stopping him. Yes, this is any percent. Just get just what you need to complete the game as fast as possible. So they're not going out of their way to pick up any heart tanks, sub-tanks, or even the armor, any of the extra armor capsules. Just exactly what they need to finish the game. Luiz getting some good optimal hits on Hornet there for a little bit. When Hornet gets to this desperation phase where he does the figure eights, it's really hard at times to keep the hits on him. Let's see what Luiz's time for teleport is. 27-17. Madu's just now killed Hornet, and 27-17 had already passed, so we're looking at a 27-36, it looks like. So about 19 seconds. But this race is not over. It's not over. We could have a repeat of Game 1. But this is where the run really starts to ramp up in difficulty, because now everything's going to be dealing 8 damage just about, and that's exactly half their HP. So any mistake, any unnecessary damage can really put someone on the ropes if they're not careful. See, like that right there, that hit on Luiz's side. It's only 6 damage. He can still take a hit from the Rex 2000 and still be at 2 HP. But then he has to worry about the God Car Machine fight if he doesn't get enough HP to get close. Okay, there's the health refill to get the HP back for Luiz. There is that health refill there before that mini-boss fight. Uh-oh. Did we have a stream freeze on Madu's side? Oh no, Luiz failed to get the D-boost properly that he wanted. He has to take the walk of shame. Looks like we may have had a stream issue on Madu's side. Bear with us. Luiz has enough HP to take a hit from the God Car Machine, as long as it's not a grab. I think our Race Blaster shot missed. That Race Blaster salvo is so janky. Like, it's not a straightforward shot. $30-10 from Luiz. Not sure how Madu is doing. Hopefully his stream didn't crash. Luiz getting through the first part of Doppler 2, no problems. Switches to 0, getting ready for the Mosquitoes fight. Yeah, to get the Z-Saber, you have to kill Mosquitoes with 0. Which requires you to kill Val to get this stage variation. Oh, Mosquitoes decides to hang around before he finally collapses onto 0. Yeah, it looks like an internet issue on Madu's side. Yeah, just keep playing, Madu. Ooh, Luiz misses a saber cancel. Okay, so I was going to talk about this from the last run. So whenever you throw the saber, X loses all controllable actions until his saber gets put away. So in order to bypass this animation that you're completely helpless, what you do is you swap to a weapon after you throw the saber, and that allows you to get control again. And also it gives you an extra, it also gets you back your air dash. Since you neon jump with the saber, you actually get grounded as you do a neon jump. So you're getting your dash back when you do the saber neon. So that's how you get 2 air dashes and out of 1 jump like that. And then when you do the climb, you see Luiz there when he threw the saber at the bottom of the climb and at the top, or not the top, but at the bottom at least. You whiff the saber intentionally so that you get hit by that helmet that gets you out of the saber animation. So you take knockback and you're able to climb even with iframes. Okay, it looks like we're getting a little bit. We got a screenshot back. Looks like Madu is. Oh, he's back. Okay, he's not that far behind. It looks like he made up some time. Maybe it looks like. I'm gonna have to get a time comparison here in just a moment. Okay, a 33-20 Hornet kill for Luis. And we'll see what Madu gets here. Looks like we're still 18 seconds behind, so I can only surmise that Madu had just the same stages that Luis had for Doppler 1 and Doppler 2. So right now it's Luis's race to win. All Madu can do is just stay with him and hope that something happens. Because remember, neither of these racers pick up a heart tank or sub-tank or armor, so... Oh no, that's gonna put Madu further behind there. Okay, if Beetle goes angry for Luis, that will give Madu a little bit of a comeback chance. Because the charges from Beetle do take some time. Ooh, but that Race Blaster strat really kind of takes out the possibility of the charges there. That's a really good strat. I find it difficult to use the Race Blaster in that situation. Nice saber kill from Luis on Crawfish. As for boss order here, as soon as you get to the refight room here with all the capsules, you go straight to Hornet since it's the closest, but after that you can go to any one you want, since you always start from the middle. Oh, Gravity Beetle goes angry on Madu's side. Oh, right there is 3 seconds. That's the one thing I didn't want to see, and it happened. I think Luis is done with all of his refights. I think Madu has one more. I think he also has the tiger fight. Yes. So you're going to see Luis shoot a drill here. As you scroll the screen up to scroll that walk blaster, that drill is still active, and that actually forces the walk blaster to lie down so that you can actually jump over him without hitting him. So it's a little frame saver. But it also allows you to set up the charge for the saber, because once you get the saber, you're allowed to charge up while on a weapon, even though you don't have the Buster upgrade. Louise gets the quick kill on Doppler. Madu uses a little bit of a variation to make the Walk Blaster lie down. It's still effective, nonetheless. Madu also gets the quick kill on Doppler. Wow, Louise still gets the Saber Gap. Even that little walk just before the ladder. Oh, and he gets the Saber Gap. He gets the Saber jump on the wall climb. That's the purest form of swag right there. Alright, Louise finishes off the first form of Sigma. It looks like Louise will take this match 2-0 unless something catastrophically happens here. Okay, Louise finishes off Kaiser Sigma. And it looks like Louise will advance to the finals. His third consecutive finals for the Mega Man X Series tournament. He won X1 and he won X2, and it looks like he's gonna win this one too. So GG to Louise. At least Madu had a much better fight this time. I think he's just happy to finish without dying. And a 40-17 from Louise. RaceBot has him at a 40-23. Alrighty. Congrats to both players. Congratulations to Louise on advancing to the tournament final, where he will be awaiting the winner of the other semifinal between myself and EAB Task Raul, which we have yet to figure out a good time to play our match. I actually have a pretty busy weekend. We're going to try to get that match as soon as we can, Feasel. I know this tournament's gone on for quite a while, and I know it's we're only got a few matches left to play. But I'll try to get a time scheduled and we can get that other semifinal match in, and we'll try to get the third place match and the finals match in sometime within the next couple weeks, and we'll have this tournament in the books. For those, it was just mentioned in in chat, the Game's Done Quick Twitch channel is having a Harvey Relief Done Quick mini marathon to raise money for the relief efforts of Hurricane Harvey in Texas. So I believe that begins in just under 20 minutes, and I believe the first run is Mega Man X 100% by Walrus Prime. I didn't even get a chance to look at the schedule. I do know that I heard something to that effect that that was the first run. So, I don't know if I don't know if our racers want to have a post-race interview.
Boa pergunta.
Oh, hello guys. Hello, Louise. Hello, Madu. Congratulations on the win, Louise.
Thank you.
How'd you? I know that first race kind of fell apart at the end there. I'm not sure what happened. Can you explain kind of what happened on that first run on the Ellie skip, Louise, if you want?
Yeah, man. Sometimes I have problems to keep dashing. Keep getting dash out, and I cancel every time. I don't know why.
but there at the end.
I hate head dash because of that.
Yeah, the up dash is kind of has a wonky thing to it. It can just mess you up sometimes.
Yeah, also the problem is because I hold the D-pad so weird.
Yeah, I think all of us do. And the weird thing about the up dash is if you're holding either left or right during the up dash, you actually cancel it, and that can just ruin everything.
Yeah, the way I hold D-pad, that doesn't help. But I can't do nothing about that.
Yeah. So, Madu, on that first race, like, you were ahead because of that at the end. What happened? I think you took damage on the first phase of Captain America. Was that just... Yeah, I know you were going for the quick kill. I think, was that just like an early jump, or did an input get 8? Because X3 is notorious for that kind of thing.
Well, I released the first charged shot too soon. Then I saw that the quick kill won't happen. So I tried to dash below the fireball, but my dash just stopped. Then I took the reach.
Yeah, and then I think what happened on the second fight, I think RNG just like said, no, you're not gonna live.
Yes.
Because you had, I think, all 4 missiles coming at you from one side, and then he decided to shoot a mine that hit the wall and came straight down, so you had no way out. And that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But it happens.
I didn't know that I had that time, but I didn't know how much time I'm in front, so I really need to take that risk. So I got for the YOLO strats. Unfortunately, I got killed.
Yeah, and but that second race though was a lot better. Like you didn't have no problems, so that was good to see. So it's just unfortunate that just Big Sigma just decides to like ruin everything.
Yeah. In second race, my internet dropped, so I lost my concentration, and at the end, so sorry about that.
Oh, well, no problems here. You did the best you could, and that's all we could ever ask. I know a lot of people were wanting a Game 3, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I know that.
So, how'd you feel about the second race, Louise? I think you adjusted well to what happened on the first race, and you put a pretty solid time on the board.
Yeah, the first saber jump and the second race, that happened the same thing. Yeah, I was scared. I thought everything was gonna happen again, but I made it. And, okay.
All right, so me and Ro has to play our match. Do I dare say any predictions for that race whenever it happens? Who's going to face who?
I don't know. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, yeah. I noticed Raul PB'd also, so Raul has a 40-21. We have myself and Madu with a 40-06, and we have Louise here with the world record with the 39-39. So our times can be pretty consistent as long as we play accurately. So anything can happen. RNG can solely decide this race.
Yeah.
Oh my god, talk about RNG. My tigers in catfish. Oh, I never got so many bad RNGs in one day.
Yeah, I got good catfish. I guess. 3
Okay.
and 4. 3.
Any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Yeah, I'm gonna practice more.
Yeah,
Right.
me
I
too.
really need it.
Yeah, we all need to practice up. I need to put down Mario RPG and put the X cart back in.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Okay.
really want to get the 39, so I'll practice a lot.
Yeah, I really want to get this 39. I think the top 5 players want to get 39s. I think, or at least the top 4 or 5, because it's possible. Like, we all have some of best pretty low, so all we got to do is just keep playing, get good RNG, and don't make a mistake.
Easy.
Easy game, easy life. Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for the post-race interview, guys. Appreciate it. And to all the chat there, we'll let you know when the next X3 tournament race is between myself and Raul. And also remember, the Harvey Relief Done Quick will begin here in 10 minutes on twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. So be sure to tune into that. So once again, thanks to Louise and Madu for the race. Congrats on Louise for the win. I'm Just Incredible, bringing you commentary for the X3 tournament. And thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you